Hello everyone, this is PamelaTopjian, and today I'm going to talk about my decision to step away from hypnotherapy, step away from having a business in hypnotherapy, being an entrepreneur in integrative healing health. And about 8 or 9 months ago, in the beginning of the year, I did a video contemplating my decision and talking about the reasons. And I did that video because I wanted to let my clients know, because I know some of them are subscribed here, to let them know that I was thinking about it, but also the reasons why. And the main thing was to kind of talk it through myself. And when I did that video, I knew that I would come back near the end of the year to let you know if I fully did or where I was in that thought process now. So it is December 2025 when I am recording this, and the certification is up for renewal now, and I've decided to not renew it. I do have a diploma as an integrative healing arts practitioner, and that does not expire and does not need to be renewed. So under that, I still could technically do hypnotherapy, although where I live, there's no requirements as to certifications or legality or licensing for being a hypnotherapist or facilitating hypnotherapy, which is scary in a way, but it's all about balance. There are pros and cons with everything, but we don't want to get the government involved, especially now. So anyway, so I have decided to step away, and it does not mean that that's forever. I could change. I do feel like our passions and our purpose and where we follow our path in life does often change as we go through our life. So, not to say that I'll never do it again, because I do really love hypnotherapy and holistic health. I did another video, like I said, and in that video, I did talk about choosing peace in my life rather than always striving and fighting for entrepreneurship and having a business and all that it takes, and the realization and the acceptance that it would take an awful lot for me to get that business to where I would really feel satisfied with it, to where I would really feel like it was a successful business. And there's lots of people out there that are amazing hypnotherapists all over the world. And my focus now is putting them in the spotlight and introducing the public to holistic modalities. So that's with the podcast, Holistic Connections, Conversations with Holistic Practitioners. And there's hypnotherapists as well as all kinds of different holistic practitioners. So that's in the playlist here, and it's also on podcast platforms. So in the other one, I talked about reflecting at the end of the year. And in reflection at this point, I can now see that that path was essential to the development of where I am now. I had to take the time to reflect on the feeling, the intuitive nudge, to make sure that it wasn't just fear, whether it's a feeling of inadequacy or imposter syndrome, disappointment, or something deeper or something bigger. And I am grateful for the passion that I once had for this path. And I also accept that I have outgrown that version of what I wanted for myself and that vision that I had. I do really feel like there was a purpose behind getting those classes, getting those courses, those certifications. I do feel like there was a purpose in that. And I don't feel like it was all for nothing. It's okay to educate yourself further without feeling like you have to then be the practitioner or the facilitator. Just to have that knowledge is empowering. Anytime, any kind of knowledge that you have of something that you're interested in or something that you have a calling for, any type of knowledge that you can get is always a good thing. We always need to continue learning and growing just to be able to feed our soul, right? So my relationship with that kind of work has shifted. And letting it go is an act of like personal integrity and trusting the evolution of my own inner guidance. So, a feeling of purpose is essential. It's even on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I needed a way out of nursing and to still feel a sense of purpose in assisting others on their healing journey. And the education and training and the experience of assisting others on their healing journey was very much a personal healing journey and even a self-discovery journey going through all of that. So I do feel like it was essential along my path, and it wasn't all just for nothing since I'm not going to have that business and take clients. So I really hope that this is making sense. I will put that other video that I did at the beginning of the year down below in the description. So what am I doing now? I'm doing the podcast, as I said, helping to demystify holistic practices and giving these practitioners the opportunity to share what they do in their own words to an audience who might not have found them otherwise. And I feel fulfilled doing that. And I've mentioned I do pet sitting full time, and I work with a lot of elderly pets or pets that are special needs in some way, or pets that just can't be left alone for a variety of reasons. And I am able to go and stay the whole time the family's away. And a lot of other pet sitters do some drop-in visits and check-in visits. They do regular walks with regular clients. And even if they are going to be overnight, a lot of them are not able to stay the whole time. And I do feel fulfilled in doing that. And I do feel that it is a needed service that I'm providing. And a lot of the families have had trouble finding somebody that can actually stay the whole time and is comfortable with medications and is comfortable with the potential of death in their pets. So I am content and at peace with my life now. And that's really the goal. That's all I ever wanted. And leaving nursing for hypnotherapy, doing pet sitting on the side was a huge part of that. So I feel fulfilled, I feel content, and I feel at peace. And that's where I love being. And that's kind of, I think, the goal for most people is if you could just feel at peace in your life. We're all going to have stresses that come up, but if you're not overly stressed to where it's affecting your physical health or your mental health, then that's okay. It's, we learn and live, grow and evolve through these different challenges that come up. But you have to know when it's disturbing your peace. And you have to be open-minded to follow the path where it's taking you and to sort of look at, reflect on why and what this means for me and what's next, or if I was running away from something. So I think that's a good place to end. And I hope that this has made sense. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. And I hope that it has helped you with some of your big life decisions, because it's not easy to make these decisions and you don't have to make them right away. So give yourself that time. The end of the year or the beginning of a new year is a good time for reflection and to make these decisions and see where, sort of check in with yourself and with your life and where you want to be and how you can get there. So thanks again for clicking on this video. Thank you for being interested, and thank you so much for being here.